So this morning I was introduced to this problem here. I think it's a great one. I'm going to break it down for you, make sure you all understand how to answer a question like this. So we got a repairman who needs to climb to the top of a building. There's your building right there. Yes, I know I am an artist. Okay. He takes the measurements shown. So we got a measurement here. This is the shadow off the building, goes out 16 feet. We've got a shadow off the person. That's 4 feet for the shadow. And this individual is 6 feet tall. Okay, so we've got some measurements, 4 feet, 6 feet, 16 feet. That's going to be helpful. All right. He takes the measurements shown. The right triangles created. So there's a right triangle. There's a right triangle. Are created by the object and its shadow. These are similar. So if we're being told that these two triangles are similar, we can use a proportion to find the unknown value. Right now we have the height of the person, but we don't have the height of the building. So we can write out our proportion a number of different ways. Let's just say X for the height here now. So I'm going to say X over 16. So I'm taking the height over the shadow. I'm going to need to take the height of the person. Needs to go on top where X is. X is the height here. 6 is the height there. So we're going to put 6 on top. And then on the bottom, 4 for the shadow. Notice that both of my bottom values are shadows. Both of my top values are heights. Height of the building, height of the human. Shadow of the building, shadow of the human. Cross multiply to solve for X. So 4 times X gives me 4X. And 16 times 6 would be 96. Divide by 4, divide by 4. X equals 24. Okay, now don't stop. Don't leave. 24 is not our answer. 24 is our height of the building. The question is asking us, can he use a ladder that reaches heights of up to 28 feet? Now, one thing we got to be aware of is ladders have to go out, right? They have to be out. You're not going to put it straight up against the building. Okay, so if the building is 24 feet, I'm going to just write that down right here. This is 24 feet tall. Yes, if we had a 28-foot ladder, if we put it straight up and down, we'd go and extend 4 feet above. We'd be up here. Okay, but we don't put ladders straight up and down like that. They have to lean. So this line here, which is our hypotenuse to the right triangle. We have a right triangle here, and across from the right angle is what we call the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is unknown. We don't know how long this distance is, but we need that distance to be under 28. Because if we have a 28-foot ladder, if this is 28 or less, we can reach the top. But if it's any more than 28, we are not reaching the top of that building. Okay, so how do we determine if this distance from here to here is more or less than 28? Well, we've got a leg and another leg in a right triangle. So we know this information is 24, this information is 16, but we don't know this information. But good news is it's a right triangle. So that means we can use the Pythagorean theorem. That's right. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Legs go in the A and B's. C is always the hypotenuse. So we're going to use this theorem to figure out this distance, and we're going to hope that it's under 28. So 24 squared plus 16 squared equals C squared. Grab a calculator real quick for these. 24 squared, 576. 576 plus 16 squared, which is 256, equals C squared. Combine your like terms, so just add those together, leaving me with 832 is equal to C squared. Now, I don't know what C is yet because it's still squared. I have to take the opposite or the inverse of squaring a number, and that is square rooting. Cancels. Square root the other side. Square root of 832. Grab your calculator. Square root 832 is 28.844 . So I'm just going to say C is equal to approximately 28.8. Now, remember, my ladder's only what? 28 feet long. So unfortunately, it'll be really close, but we won't make it all the way up to the top. Okay, so a 28-foot ladder will not reach 28.8 feet. Just missed the mark. All right, hopefully this makes sense. Study hard and good luck on your upcoming test.